The Festival of Motorsport is about to get underway, of course, here in the Isle of Man, at Manx Grand Prix or the TT Classic, or I don't know, it's going under all sorts of names. With me from DED is Laurence Skelly, and this is your responsibility. A bit about this. I mean, there was controversy, there were a lot of angry people for the Manx Grand Prix initially about this whole thing to change what's been a very big institution. I don't know, where are we up to now? It's gone a bit quieter, certainly. I mean, is everyone on board?
Well, it is, and what you've just described there is the Festival of Motorsport, the Grand Prix as we know it, is actually reaching it's got a very significant birthday this year, the 90th year of celebration. So we do have the Grand Prix still happening, but in addition to that, the Classic TT is arriving here on the Isle of Man, and we mustn't also forget at the end of that is also the 2-day trial. So that's why it is a Festival of Motorsport. So that's about to arrive here on the Isle of Man. We've had we've had quite good indication with regards to numbers on the boat. 17% up the numbers are, and that's on the back of a growth last year in the Grand Prix, so that's fantastic news.
I'm taking all this, so we'll go back into a melting pot at the end of it. You'll be seeing what worked, what didn't work. I mean, even a few weeks ago, you were still making alterations to race times, weren't you? Things like that. It's a movable feast, is it slightly?
Well, it is, but we had to actually balance that, and that was all to do with the race times to try and get in the various different parade laps and so forth. And we have to balance that with the amount of disruption that goes on. So we're trying to cram in more events, really, and still the island has to function. And that's what we've got to do, is balance the needs of both sides.
While I've got you, let's go back to TT. I know we did one, and it was pretty amazing. You dropped in all sorts of things, which, as it turned out, we're kind of ahead of the whole curve with a TT chapel. Yes, you remember doing that one?
Well, we did.
You still on with that one? You still want to get people married?
Well, it's sort of, it goes on, I think, with regards to the momentum of TT, and I think you just got to go back just a few short years and see where the TT was at the centenary. And at that time, many people were predicting the end of the TT, health and safety, etc. But ever since that, we've had the deal with regards to the TV, we've had the film Closer to the Edge, and the growth has just gone from good to better.
I'll come back to that in a second. Let's just deal with chapels, wedding chapels.
Well, no.
That was what you said, wasn't it?
I did. I talked about a TT attraction.
Okay.
Do we need a TT hotel? Do we need a TT museum? Do we need a TT corporate hospitality? And do we need a TT chapel?
Okay.
They would all feed in together, and that's the whole point, is what I was trying to make. People do come here. You can actually see it. It's like a mecca for people. And if they can't get here for the TT, or they can't get here for the Grand Prix or the Classic TT, they'll still come here. We know they do. We see them all the time.
So you've got all these things juggling around, all these balls. I mean, you're looking for presumably other partners who want to come in and pick up on these.
Well, it is. That will be about inward investment. So do we have somebody who would be interested in investing in the TT? And my early indications are, with a number of people I've met with, that it is very, very strong. And that brand, I think that's the key point, is the brand of the TT. We talk about the World Series. Can that enhance what we've already got? And I think the answer to that is yes.
But this is still years away, right? The World Series?
No, it's not years away. We're now, we've done a feasibility study already. It does stack up. We know the significant interest there, and now we're actually conducting the business case, and we're looking at the detail of that to see if we can find a commercial partner. Government alone can't do it, but we reckon government owns the brand. That's the key point. We own the brand, so therefore there's a revenue opportunity with that.
Well, plenty more to talk to you about, Mr. Skelly. We'll do that in the next section.